a gas. Researchers testing a so-called smart underwear designed to monitor digestive health say we may be passing wind nearly twice as often as previously thought. The high-tech undergarments are used to track bodily emissions, giving researchers insight into gut health and perhaps explaining a few awkward elevator rides along the way. So the next time someone insists it wasn't them, just remember, science says it probably was. And that's where we end Caribbean Week in Review. Join us again next week when we recap the stories making headlines across the region. I'm Renee Sion.
Government House. I'm Regis Cartwright. This is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight. The Northern Edition has a look at stories making news tonight. Grand Bahama Shipyard revitalization and focus at the 2026 Business Outlook. Consumer protection officials urging residents to know their rights and report unfair practices. And a $35 million resort deal signals record economic moment for the Berry Islands.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, the revitalization of Grand Bahama Shipyard is taking center stage at the 2026 Grand Bahama Business Outlook. Chief Executive Officer Christopher Earl outlined why he believes the facility can power a new era of industrial development for the island. Sherelle Dames has tonight's top story.
It's a $665 million expansion, and Chief Executive Officer at the Grand Bahama Shipyard, Christopher Earl, says progress is ongoing. Speaking at the 27th Annual Grand Bahama Business Expo, Earl says this moment is pivotal for Grand Bahama, with major investments already in motion.
Today I want to talk about Grand Bahama Shipyard, not as a ship repair facility, but as a catalyst for an industrial ecosystem that can drive sustainable growth and long-term economic resilience for Grand Bahama and the Bahamas as a whole. With the right ecosystem in place, Grand Bahama Shipyard and Grand Bahama has the potential to become the largest cruise repair facility in the world.
The CEO further explained that large-scale industry like the Grand Bahama Shipyard does not thrive on its own. He says for Grand Bahama to fully benefit, supporting businesses and community partners are vital.
No major industrial asset succeeds in isolation. An industrial ecosystem is a network of local and interdependent businesses, suppliers, service providers, logistics, trades, training institutions, and community infrastructure, all operating together in a shared geography. When it works, costs come down, reliability goes up, innovation accelerates, and value multiplies.
The shipyard chief says the mission of the shipyard is to revitalize the Maritime's assets safely, efficiently, and responsibly, with an overall goal of becoming the yard of choice along the U.S. Eastern Seaboard and in the Caribbean. A target, he says, is not just theoretical, but tangible investments that's real.
The 2XL dock, East End, is now here in Freeport, operational, and has successfully completed its first ship docking. The mega dock, the largest floating dock in the world. Let me say that again. The largest floating dock in the world, known as Lucayan, has now been accepted from the build yard in China and will be here in May of this year.
CEO Christopher Earl says the focus now shifts from building infrastructure to building people, skills, and support services, stressing that with the hardware already in place, the industrial ecosystem must now rise to meet it. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Sherelle Dames.
Thanks, Sherelle. Well, the Consumer Protection Commission is urging residents in Grand Bahama to know their rights and report unfair business practices as the agency continues recovering thousands of dollars for consumers while expanding education initiatives and digital tools to better serve the public. Raven Davis reports.
The law protects fairness, not shortcuts.
Paying in full but not getting what you paid for. That's the concern from some consumers in Grand Bahama. Now the Consumer Protection Commission is urging residents to speak up. Chairman Randy Roll says complaints span supermarkets, appliance and hardware stores, financial institutions, and even shipping companies failing to deliver goods on time.
Grand Bahamians, you are covered. If you are not receiving what you paid for, report it. If your investment is being mishandled, report it. If you are being treated unfairly, report it.
In 2025, he says the commission recovered more than $200,000 on behalf of consumers, achieving a 55% recovery rate. That represents thousands of dollars returned to residents. But Roll says the commission's work goes beyond enforcement. He challenged Grand Bahamians to take ownership of the marketplace and help create solutions to shared challenges.
Grand Bahamians must not only monitor the market, you must build it. If shipping delays are a problem, who will create the solutions? If housing is tight, who will innovate new models? If service is lacking, who will raise the standards? Entrepreneurship is not just about profit. It's about solving everyday problems.
Speaking during the Grand Bahama Business Outlook on Wednesday, Roll said the government stands ready to support entrepreneurs willing to fill gaps through several existing initiatives.
We are expanding education initiatives on contracts, loans, housing, and fair pricing. We are increasing digital engagement. We are developing a mobile app to allow Bahamians to make complaints and track cases easily. We are supporting initiatives like the Trade Commission's Price Pal app to allow consumers to compare prices.
Roll also encouraged business owners to practice fairness, stressing that the commission is not an adversary but a partner. Through workshops, one-on-one meetings, and town halls, he says the goal is to create an environment where businesses thrive and consumers spend with confidence. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
Well, with Grand Bahama's economic resurgence now in full swing, more businesses are expected to soon arise and take advantage of a prosperous financial future. Our Matthew Martinborough spoke with a small business expert on how entrepreneurs can capitalize on the opportunity ahead.
As Grand Bahama's economy continues its upward trend, no time is better than the present for aspiring and established entrepreneurs to take advantage of the market. According to Outreach Coordinator for the Small Business Development Center, Jeffrey Pinder, he says small enterprises should begin preparing for a bright future.
I can understand to a certain extent why some of us might be a little bit hesitant or reluctant to take those words and jump on it based on the history of Grand Bahama. Failed projects, you start and prepare yourself, and then, something changes. But that should not be a reason for Grand Bahamians who've not been preparing themselves.
As far as taking the first step is concerned, Pinder says there's one question every aspiring entrepreneur should ask themselves beforehand.
What problem are you solving? And if you have that mindset as an entrepreneur, you start to think about opportunities that don't exist. You start to think about competition. You start to think about collaboration before you venture deep into your new ventures. This is a critical mindset I think that the average entrepreneur needs to understand and to have.
Pinder emphasizes that heading into 2026 and beyond, having an up-to-date point-of-sale system that accepts debit and credit cards is essential for staying financially responsible, efficient, and inventory-friendly in today's digital age.
There are sophisticated POS systems that have basically the ability to analyze the customer interaction right on the spot. Okay, and once again, you can do that online as well. If you are operating a convenience store, let's say a convenience store, and today you're just transacting with cash at point of sale, you actually wasted a lot of time.
Now, Pinder advises both aspiring and established entrepreneurs to contact the Small Business Development Center for guidance on how to help their businesses not just survive, but thrive. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Matthew Martinborough.
Well, the Berry Islands economy is now at its strongest point in history, according to Deputy Chief Counsellor for the Berry Islands District of Local Government, Kevin Wallace, whose remarks come following confirmation that all necessary clearances have been granted to complete a $35 million acquisition of a long underdeveloped resort on Great Harbor Key. We have more details in this report.
I can say that right now, at this present date, this is the strongest the Berry Island economy has ever been since its initial development in the late 60s.
It's an economic high for the Berry Islands, according to Kevin Wallace, Deputy Chief Counsellor for the District of Local Government, who points to several ongoing developments driving the surge.
So we have Great Stirrup Key, who's actually completing its pier. Royal Caribbean, who owns Coco Key, they've completed their pier. It's been in operation for years now, and they've been doing a wonderful job. I mean, and there's been an increase in cruise ships, and we see the same thing happening at Great Stirrup Key, Norwegian Cruise Line. The passengers are able to land much better at Great Stirrup Key because of the pier that they just put in there.
Additionally, he says Chub Key, a state-of-the-art development, is thriving, while Bird Key is coming back on stream, along with several other projects across the island.
We've got Little Whale Key and Big Whale Key. They've basically the historical developments in the Berry Islands. They've been around for some time. They're still holding their grounds, and so we have a lot going on. We have a lot of the hotel rooms coming on stream on the main line in Great Harbor Key.
But news of the latest development on Great Harbor Key, a $35 million acquisition of the island's resort, marina, and golf course by Matt O'Hire's Vital Shores LLC, is one that Wallace says he is particularly excited about. He adds that the project signals new opportunities and says the time is right for Berry Islanders to return home.
We are grateful, we're thankful. We've been waiting for years for these development properties to be developed, and so we're just joyful that that our future is even looking a little bit brighter here in the Berry Island.
In news from Abaco, police on that northern island are advising the public, particularly motorists, that an oil slick was discovered shortly after 9 a.m. at the intersection of Don Mackey Boulevard on SC Boodle Highway in Marsh Harbor on Friday, February 13th, 2026. As a result, vehicle traffic has been diverted from the affected area. Members of the public are urged to avoid the area until further notice. The Ministry of Works, in collaboration with Voluntary Fire Services, is currently conducting cleanup operations to address the spill. Further updates will be provided as necessary. In more news from police on Grand Bahama confiscated a firearm, ammunition, and suspended illegal drugs during joint operation on Thursday, February 12, 2026, leading to the arrest of an adult male. Now, preliminary reports indicate that it was shortly after 10 p.m. officers from the Anti-Gang and Firearm Investigation Unit, assisted by the Rapid Response Unit, acted on information received and proceeded to Frobisher Drive. Once there, officers observed a male near a building and carried out a search of the individual and the surrounding area. It was during the search officers recovered a firearm, a quantity of ammunition, and suspected hydroponic marijuana. Consequently, the 35-year-old was taken into custody. That matter remains under active police investigations. Well, the Free National Movement officially launching its Grand Bahama campaign season tonight, hosting its first political rally on the island for this election cycle. Party supporters gathering as 5 candidates were presented to the public, including Kwesi Thompson for East Grand Bahama, Frazette Gibson for Central Grand Bahama, Dr. Charlene Reed for Pine Ridge, and Omar Isaacs for West Grand Bahama. Party officials say the rally marks the start of an intensified push across this northern island as the organization prepares for the upcoming general election. Opposition leader Michael Pintard is also expected to address supporters during tonight's event. We will have more on tonight's rally in the Weekend Report.
And still to come.
Top students honored at Grand Bahama's first ever district award ceremony. Stay tuned for that story, sports, and more when we come back.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Dolly Madison.
Save more drugs. We got you. From cosmetics to prosthetics, what you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, the prices you need and deserve. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Third Dimension is spreading the love this Valentine's Day. Enjoy 20% off housewares and hand tools Friday, February 13th and Saturday, February 14th. Shop in store on Yellow Pine Street or online using the code VDAY at thirddimension242.com. Flamingo Bahamas members can now enjoy 10% discount while shopping at Save More. Download the Flamingo Bahamas app for $9.99 for a 1-month subscription and enjoy unlimited savings at Save More and other businesses on Grand Bahama.
Welcome to Cornet Bahamas, where love begins at the door. For the entire month of February, you can enjoy 25% off of our doors, flooring, and tiles. Because our love truly goes beyond the door. Whether you're building, renovating, or simply upgrading your space, we're here to guide you every step of the way. On behalf of Cornet Bahamas, I can't wait to help you find the perfect fit.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. Academic excellence taking center stage in Grand Bahama today as students from across the island, Bimini, and the Keys were honored at the first ever district award ceremony. The event hosted by the Ministry of Education and Technical and Vocational Training, celebrating outstanding achievements in the classroom and the dedication of educators, parents, and students alike. We have more details in this report.
We, the citizenry of Grand Bahama, Bimini, and the Keys, humbly and yet proudly present to you our first annual district awards.
Dozens of high-performing students gathering for the inaugural district award ceremony, an event designed to recognize scholastic excellence across Grand Bahama, Bimini, and the Keys. Education officials say the initiative highlights not only academic achievement, but also perseverance, discipline, and the critical role of community support in student success.
Today, we celebrate a progressive, well-structured, academically rigorous, talently rich, and high-performing district. That is what we are in this district of Grand Bahama, Bimini, and the Keys.
We celebrate these moments, and we celebrate our children who embody them. Recognition of excellence is essential because it inspires other students, it affirms our values, and it builds legacy.
Delivering the keynote address, Minister of Education and Technical and Vocational Training, the Honorable Glenys Hannah Martin, commending the award recipients for their dedication to learning and encouraging them to remain focused as they continue their educational journeys. She also praised parents for ensuring consistent school attendance and teachers for fostering environments where students can thrive.
So we congratulate you on ensuring as a priority the attendance of students in school. It is noted that student performance is becoming increasingly improved year after year in this district. And this, yes, this statistic is really incredible. 78% attaining GPAs of 2.0 and above. That's incredible. That is incredible in education, let me tell you.
Among the honors presented were awards for highest academic achievers, outstanding GLAD performance, and exceptional results in the BJC examinations. Students were also recognized for outstanding achievement in science, along with top performance in numeracy, mathematics, and English. Beyond academics, the ceremony highlighted well-rounded excellence, naming both a male and female athlete of the year, while also honoring an outstanding parent and community partner for their contributions to student success. Congratulations to the students. Well, a growing call is being made for more male guidance counselors in the Bahamas as education professionals warn that the lack of male representation is impacting student development, particularly among young boys. Shalia Roll reports.
Guidance counselors from several primary schools say a stronger male presence within the counseling department would help create a healthier balance in student support services. They say male guidance counselors can provide positive male role models, reinforce discipline, and demonstrate emotional awareness in ways that resonate strongly with male students.
Male presence brings structure. Male presence brings authority, discipline. It brings emotional stability.
Educators note that a significant number of students come from single-parent households, many of which are led by mothers. As a result, counselors argue that while female counselors play a critical and compassionate role, male counselors can offer perspective and mentorship that many students, especially boys, are currently missing.
Because we were seeing as nurturers in the home. So therefore, men, saw it fit that, okay, we're going to allow the women to deal with, when it comes to the needs of the child, they deal with that, but when it came to the rearing part, that's it, they will step in.
However, the profession continues to struggle to attract men. One of the major deterrents counselors say is salary. They point out that relatively low pay discourages many qualified men from entering or remaining in the field, despite the critical role guidance counselors play in shaping young lives.
And they make the money. They are the providers of the home. They are the protectors. So when you're looking at it, the salary may not be attractive to a male who may have a family that they may have to provide for.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Roll.
We salute our Facebook friend of the night, Dylan Knowles Jr. Thank you so much for your support. I hope that you enjoyed your day. And that is a look at stories making news. Shane, what's happening in sports?
So we got a big-time junior tennis tournament coming up. Plus, we got our eye on one track and field athlete we think is going to be on the come up.
All right, there you going, Grift, as well?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Hopefully, well, she won't be there yet, but I'm sure she's going to be there.
All right, good stuff. That's coming your way next. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after the break.
At Save More Drugs, we got you. We got what you want. We got what you need. We got what you came for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Save more at Save More Drugs.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, Division of Cultural Affairs presents the 2026 Junior Junkanoo Grand Bahama Parade, powered by the City of Freeport Council. Saturday, February 28, 2026 at 6 p.m. West Explorers Way, downtown Freeport is where you need to be to catch the 2026 Junior Junkanoo Grand Bahama Parade. See you there.
Faith? I thought you was lying, but...
Wait, I never is joking here for real.
I didn't know he was here.
He is here. He in the village. It's like that wrong thing, wait.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, no more guessing, no more speculating, no more assuming. Yours truly, Tico T, a.k.a. Freeport's Minister of Music. I'm here on the all-new Power 104.5, the fun station. So y'all know what to do. Y'all lock in with me, and let's have a good time, all right? The all-new Power 104.5.
The all-new Power 104.5 FM. The fun station.
Hello. What time is the flight?
No one asked us to go. Hello? Into the storm. Into the chaos. To witness devastation. No one asked us to go.
Are you ready?
Because it's the story that drives us forward. That brings truth to light. That connects us all. This is why we go. Breaking news out of Grand Bahama, our Raven Davis has been covering this story all day and joins us live now with the latest. Raven, what can you tell us?
Yes, Rumiko, I had a chance to speak to many of the residents, and many of them are concerned about...
Welcome to the ZNS Total Sports Cave, everyone. I'm Shane Stubbs. The Bahamas Pure National Tennis Tournament kicks off February 13th to the 15th at the YMCA and is set to feature some of the top junior tennis talent from around the country.
This is our first tournament for the year. We're very excited. We can see where everybody ended off the year last year. We have juniors coming in from Eleuthera, of course, Nassau and Grand Bahama. We look to having a good about 30 to 40 juniors.
You should be able to see in action some of the juniors in under 16 that has been selected to the Junior Davis Cup team to represent the Bahamas the last week in this month. I would ask that the Grand Bahama community come out and support them and see some good, exciting competition.
Shifting the spotlight over to young Gianna Colley, she's an up-and-coming under-13 girl sprinter for Heats Athletics. In her season opener, she secured 3 gold medals in the 200, 400, and 4x100 meters. She'll be back on the track at the Speed Capital meet over in Miramar, Florida, and then at regionals in March. But for now, she's hard at work staying ready and gives a lot of credit to her hard start to the season to the coaching she's been receiving.
Coach Sean and Heats Athletics, he has pushed me to train as hard as possible and to be the best I can, and just, to push me to my limits. I look forward to the best times. I look forward to being the fastest under 13 in the 400, the 200, and just to be on top and become a champion.
And closing things out with some scores from Derek Nesbitt OB Wilshcombe High School basketball action. The Sister Mary Panthers picked up another W in junior girls play. They held nothing back against the BMES Warriors, getting the W 27-2. And as for the junior boys, the Sunland Stingers kept their winning ways going. They led the BMES Warriors wire to wire, ultimately picking up the 38-18 victory. And that's your sports fix for this evening. A check on the local weather forecast is next. I'm Shane Stubbs. Catch you all on the rebound.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
Welcome to Cornet, Bahamas, where love begins at the door. For the entire month of February, you can enjoy 25% off of our doors, flooring, and tiles. Because our love truly goes beyond the door. Whether you're building, renovating, or simply upgrading your space, we're here to guide you every step of the way. On behalf of Cornet, Bahamas, I can't wait to help you find the perfect fit.
Save More Drugs. From cosmetics to prosthetics, what you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you came for. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Hello. What time is the flight?
No one asked us to go. Hello? Into the storm. Into the chaos. To witness devastation. No one asked us to go.
Are you ready?
Because it's the story that drives us forward. That brings truth to light. That connects us all. This is why we go. Breaking news out of Grand Bahama. Our Raven Davis has been covering this story all day and joins us live now with the latest. Raven, what can you tell us?
Yes, Ramiko, I had a chance to speak to many of the residents, and many of them are concerned about...
I thought you was lying, but...
Wait, I never is joking here for real.
I didn't know he was here.
He is here. He in the village. It's like that wrong thing away.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, no more guessing, no more speculating, no more assuming. Yours truly, Tico T, a.k.a. Freeport's Minister of Music. I'm here on the all-new Power 104.5, the fun station. So y'all know what to do. Y'all lock in with me, and let's have a good time, all right? The all-new Power 104.5.
The all-new Power 104.5 FM. The fun station.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that is going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Ramiko Knowles.
I'm Shane Stubbs.
Thanks so much for tuning in. The Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next.
On our broadcast this Friday evening, AI on center stage tonight. No doubt it will be a game changer, but it will also mean jobs as we knew them gone. The charge the Prime Minister gave an economic forum to minimize any potential hemorrhaging. For a second straight day, more gun violence on the streets of New Providence. We have an update tonight on 2 daylight shootings that sent at least 2 men to hospital. And we take a closer look at tourism's winning formula. What is it that keeps folks coming to this destination? And what officials are doing to ensure the good times keep rolling in. The Friday evening edition of the Bahamas Tonight starts now. Good evening and welcome here to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. I'm Corval Pai from In Tonight for Makushla. A major economic forum taking place here in the capital today. The financial forum attracting industry insiders from here at home and across the region with a focus on the impact of artificial intelligence on the sector. Fern Carey starts us off tonight.
The rising tide of artificial intelligence and its impact on global business topping the agenda at the Economic Forum at the Bahama Resort. Regional private bank and investment firm RF Bank and Trust is hosting the financial conference. Vice President and Group Head of Fund Development and Management at RF Bank, Gerhard Bukes, told attendees to remain alert to the forces transforming the global market and to innovate and position themselves for sustainable growth.
Our theme for 2026, AI Tsunami, Navigating the Surge of Intelligent Innovation, speaks to the mounting pressure of machine intelligence in our personal and professional lives. It is not so much a question as a call to action. Now, many of you will know that today is Friday the 13th, a very scary day for some. Our intention was not to frighten you with the theme, although it may be very scary if you're not ready for it and not willing to accept a changing way of how things are about to get done. Because change is coming, whether you like it or not.
On hand for the occasion, Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis. He indicated that while AI can boost economic growth and open new doors of opportunity, Bahamians must be ready for the opportunities coming on stream.
On the other side of this great opportunity sits a very real threat for those who are unprepared. While some people are harnessing AI to expand what is possible, many others are watching this transformation unfold from the other side of the digital divide. They are not yet participants in this era, and they are understandably worried about their jobs and their futures. We must work hard to make sure that the benefits of this new technology do not flow disproportionately to those who already have access, education, and capital. That is not inevitable. It need not be that emerging technologies perpetrate or even deepen existing disparities.
Prime Minister Davis says the government is continuing efforts to ensure that residents are available to access and leverage new technologies like artificial intelligence to their benefit. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
Fern, the Prime Minister also assuring residents that no political activities will take place during the season of Lent. Lent, of course, begins on Ash Wednesday. That's next Wednesday, February 18th. This as the administration prepares to launch its national political campaign this coming Monday.
And we will not have any political public activities during Lent.
The Free National Movement, meanwhile, is tonight in Grand Bahama, where the party is staging a ratification rally for its candidates on Grand Bahama. So far, the party has selected incumbent Kwesi Thompson for East Grand Bahama, Frazette Gibson for Central Grand Bahama, Omar Isaacs in West Grand Bahama, Dr. Charlene Reed for Pine Ridge, and party leader Michael Pintard's renomination for Marco City is expected to happen shortly. He spoke with our news team this week about tonight's event and how the FNM plans to turn Grand Bahama's fortunes around.
It is unfortunate that the Prime Minister and the Deputy was unable to provide any updates on what will happen with the Grand Lucayan, which they falsely forecast, again, that the $120 million was in the bank, and now they're unable to keep the water on, pay the staff members who continue to wait for some form of compensation, particularly since their work week has been cut, and many of them are actually at home with no form of employment. And so, again, a tremendous amount of work have to be done, and so we'll be talking to our vision for Grand Bahama on Friday night as all five of the next members of Parliament of Grand Bahama speak to the nation.
Along with Mr. Pintard's renomination, the party has still not ratified a candidate for the Maikal constituency, though it is widely believed that current officer in charge of Inagua, Assistant Superintendent of Police J. Leo Ferguson, is expected to be the party's candidate there. While not naming him, Pintard says there are a few matters that first have to be dealt with before the Maikal candidate's nomination is official.
We're just waiting for the candidate for Maikal to finish his vacation time. This government has been quite petty with him in terms of we know his pension and everything would be at risk, as they have done before with another former candidate. One rule applies to them and another applies to everybody else. And so as soon as he is past that particular milestone, both he and I will be ratified. But again, we're working.
Also making news here tonight, more Bahamians are showing up at the Parliamentary Registration Department and its satellite offices on New Providence, Grand Bahama, as well as the Family Islands to ensure they can vote without a problem when the general elections are called this year. Parliamentary Commissioner Harrison Thompson says staff are being kept busy purging the register of deceased individuals and adding to the register that up to last week had 197,510 people listed.
I've seen a significant increase in persons' new registrants and in transfers. Also, we've seen new registration, new uptick in verifications. So a lot is going on right now, and we are monitoring it, and we're trying to keep as current as possible to ensure that when every election is called, we're ready to move in the right direction.
While the date of the election remains a mystery, Thompson is encouraging members of the public who hope to cast their ballot to be proactive and not wait until the last minute.
Continue to check their registration, particularly those who might have moved or who might have changed some of the data on whether they're email or their phone or whatever. And if any changes were made since the last election, please come and see us so that we can correct it for you, because we don't want you to be disadvantaged on poll day. So we encourage all Bahamians to check their voter's card, check the information, check their polling station and their constituency to make sure that they're in the right place for election.
The Bahamian Contractors Association has been calling for the regulation of the construction sector for years. And while legislation is in place, the association's president is calling for that legislation to become law. Cleopatra Murphy tells us more.
Bahamian Contractors Association President Leonard Sands is imploring government to finally appoint a contractors board as mandated by the Construction Contractors Act. He insists it's a matter of public safety.
Tells a time that there's a grave collapse of some structure where people die, maybe then, just maybe then, it will take on the seriousness that it deserves.
That concern was amplified following a recent industrial accident off Tonic Williams-Darling Highway, where a 51-year-old man was crushed to death while excavating alone at a fill pit. The act passed in 2016 mandates that all contractors be licensed by the 10-member board and aims to protect consumers from substandard work. Sands says it also addresses safety.
Every day, someone from Consumer Protection has to go address a matter where somebody did work where they was not qualified to do, and that took advantage of the Bahamian person's money or the person who was in the Bahamas legally and contracting the service.
The Contractors Association president believes the board is crucial to the construction sector, adding that with the 10th anniversary of the legislation approaching, it must be appointed to regulate the sector.
The registrar has been a job that's been held for the last 10 years, and we still don't have the contractors board. The board gives the registrar a duty. The registrar does not have a duty without the board, yet they have appointed a registrar from 2016 till now. There's a current registrar, no contractors board. So that registrar has absolutely nothing to do.
He says the association met with Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis last August, who voiced the intention to appoint a board by last September. Asked Friday if he intended to appoint a board during his current term in office, the Prime Minister did not comment. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
In a moment, some of the day's other news. When we come back, if you're headed to Cuba, stick around. There is an advisory about travel there. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the national report. More this Friday when we come back.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Forget them flower, forget them check. You know it's Tommy, get the respect. AP is hot, we sitting close. Breeze on your lip, that's how I know. You is my person, that ain't no secret. You sharing, I might keep it. Love buckets.
8 tasty pieces of chicken, thighs and legs for just $20. Add a large side for $5. This February, love deserves a bucket. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Whether you need life insurance, an endowment plan, or health insurance, BAF has you for all stages of your life.
Like, what are you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. We have a special on all the large one-topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Hey, VAT included, boy.
I need the $10 special plate.
How many of them would you like?
20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it. The Marcos got that deal, boy.
Imagine putting $25 gas in your car, scanning the QR code, and winning a whole cruise and so much more. Well, that could be you with the New Year, New Things promotion happening right now at Rubis. From now until March 27, spend $25 or more in fuel and win one of our amazing prizes such as $500 worth of Rubis gift cards, Fidelity prepaid Visa cards, BPL vouchers, a 3-night stay at the Margaritaville Hotel, a PS5, and we'll be sending a lucky person on a cruise. I can't wait to see what you win. It's New Year, New Things with Rubis. Don't forget, spend $25 or more, scan the QR code, fill out the form, upload your receipt, enter, and win. That's my boo. I ain't getting leave. I can see you all on the cruise. Don't leave me, don't leave me.
Strong family bonds provide a crucial support system, often filling the gaps that might otherwise lead to reliance on social assistance.
If we get the family structure support system right, you won't see adult children willingly putting their parents in senior citizens' homes. You won't see anyone putting children up for adoption. We should be the safety net for when the family begins to have some challenges.
Addressing the root causes of dependency is essential, as our goal is to shift the focus from merely providing aid to fostering self-reliance.
We must be prepared to move persons from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment. And I'm asking the public to join us on this journey.
This has been the Heartbeat Brief, an inside look at the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting.
And we bring you back to the program this eve of Valentine's with a shot there of Christ Church Cathedral. That is, of course, I think what many consider the state church of this country. That shot, of course, and it's located in downtown Nassau, George Street. That shot, of course, is courtesy of our drone pilot, Kyson Miller. And we welcome you back here to the National Report. Tourism officials are still riding high from news that the Bahamas broke another record, seeing more than 12.5 million visitors here in 2025. Their excitement and optimism only buoyed from forward bookings for the first quarter of 2026, already up by 8% over the previous year. Speaking at yesterday's weekly OPM press briefing, Tourism Director General Latia Duncombe spoke to what's behind this winning formula and why the Bahamas is so hot right now.
Our brand continues to resonate across key source markets, and our industry partners remained aligned and engaged. We are celebrating our performance, but we're not resting on it. Our approach is measured. It is deliberate and grounded in execution.
And Duncombe, her team, along with industry partners, are determined that there will be no cooling off on what's happening with the country's #1 industry. Maintaining the momentum, she insists, is a top priority.
From our global sales teams, to our in-country officers, to our partners on the ground across our 16 islands, our collective focus is clear: to sustain momentum, strengthen our competitive position, and ensure that tourism delivers meaningful results for the Bahamian people.
And we have this tonight from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, which is advising Bahamians to avoid all non-essential travel to Cuba as the country continues to experience challenges affecting electricity supply, fuel availability, transportation, and access to basic goods and services. The advisory adds that these issues may impact daily life across the island, including to Havana, and could change with little notice. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs is also advising Bahamians traveling to or living in Cuba to exercise caution and to remain aware of current local conditions. The advisory notes that while Cuba is generally considered a relatively safe destination, Bahamians visiting the country must maintain vigilance as petty crimes, including pickpocketing and purse snatching, may take place, especially in crowded or tourist areas. You are also to be advised to avoid displaying large sums of money, jewelry, and expensive electronics. Use only licensed and registered transportation services. Avoid accepting rides from strangers and report any crime to the local police. Immigration-related charges slapped on 14 Haitian nationals, 8 guilty of overstaying and 6 were charged with illegal landing. One of the 8, Sondi Dennis, was also convicted of unlawful use of a forged document and knowingly attempting to mislead an immigration officer. It was determined that Dennis entered into a fake marriage with a Bahamian, Shandia Roll. All pleaded guilty and were fined between $300 and $3,000 and sentenced from 1 month to a year at the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services. Dennis, however, was fined $2,000 for overstaying and $1,000 on each of the remaining counts. Failure to pay could lead to jail time. All 14 were to be handed over to the Department of Immigration upon payment of fines or completion of jail sentences for deportation. A police-involved shooting unfolding last evening just steps away from the Harbor-based shopping plaza off Shirley Street. Investigators converged on St. Margaret Road near Office Interior Specialist, where gunfire shattered the afternoon calm. Officials have not yet ruled the incident a homicide as they work to piece together exactly what happened. Here is what Chief Superintendent of Police Sharia King told reporters at that scene Thursday evening.
For 5 p.m. this afternoon, Police Control Room received a report of a police-involved shooting on St. Margaret Road off Shirley Street. Officers was dispatched to investigate this matter, and what we can tell you at this time is that a police officer arrived home to his residence and found and discovered an unknown male on his premises. An altercation occurred between the police officer and this unknown male, which resulted in the police officer fatally shooting the male. Investigation continues into this matter.
Also still under investigation here tonight by police is that double shooting of those 2 male victims in the Balls Alley area off Shirley Street. A manhunt now underway for the assailants. This incident, of course, happened yesterday. Reports say the victims, who are relatives, were reportedly standing outside a home in that area when 2 men exited a white car parked in a nearby empty lot. The suspects reportedly opened fire in the victim's direction, wounding both of them, one in the head and chest, who's now listed in critical condition. The other was injured in the right shoulder. A local real estate firm, Leno Realty, has formed a new partnership that will give it and the Bahamas global reach. A glitzy cocktail reception held earlier this week to commemorate Leno coming under the global brand Century 21 to form Century 21 Leno Realty. Now, part of this franchise, which is in nearly 80 countries with more than 200,000 sales agents scattered across the globe, gives Leno an opportunity to drive a lot of investment into the country, as well as give the Bahamas even more exposure. Century 21 Leno Realty offices are now open. They're located in the Leno Corporate Center building at 3rd Terrace and Collins Avenue here in Centerville. The firm's managing broker, Hartman Longley II, is anxious to get Bahamians on board.
This is a strategic move for us, and we hope to obviously drive in business that will obviously trickle to you guys as well, who've been so kind to join us this evening. But again, look at it also as an opportunity for you to see what's out there and see what value that you can add to what it is you already offer, and try to grow the Bahamas along with us.
This is brought to you by folk called Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
After I was in a plane crash in June 1983, I lost my left arm. I had some good friends came along, fishing guides. They said, man, we can teach you to fly fish. Exumo. Can you see? Look at it, man. One of the nicest places you want to be in the world. There were challenges learning to cast, learning to put a fly on a leader, learning to tie the different knots for me as a handicapped individual. As a matter of fact, I don't really feel handicapped because I could do everything, man. Anything anybody could do, I think I could do it too. Because with your mindset to do anything, no matter what you are, what you look like, what's happening to you, you can do it. Persons in our positions, it's hard to get fundings and very, very expensive. SBDC would be helpful in regards to help funding people with disabilities. So nothing is impossible if you're disabled, any kind of disability. Put faith in God and trust God, believe you will overcome.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
The Hidden Disabilities Sunflower is a globally recognized symbol for persons with invisible disabilities.
The sunflower lanyard made our journey less stressful, smoother, and more inclusive.
REACH is proud to support the Hidden Sunflower Scheme, which makes the invisible visible. So far, the Nassau Airport Authority and the Nassau Cruise Port are sunflower certified.
So if you see someone with a sunflower lanyard, always remember to be patient and ask if they need some help. Please be kind and always remember to show respect.
We wish to encourage more hotel operators with amenities such as water parks, restaurants, cinemas, government offices to join this initiative, making the Bahamas a more sunflower-friendly country.
Please feel free to reach out to the REACH office at 328-4123, or you can reach out to the National Commissions for Persons with Disabilities at 396-8700.
There's a spark of greatness in each of us. That spark is called personality. Individual gifts and talents provide the fuel to set that spark ablaze. Each child has the right to an education which values their personality and nurtures their talents, while teaching them to be respectful to their parents and their cultures.
Well, we want to check in now with the folks from Access Now. They're coming up after this broadcast with the Friday edition of the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
Hi, I'm Brent Burrows, Vice President of Retail and Sales here at CBS Bahamas. When it comes to hardware or home improvement items, we guarantee the lowest prices. That's our price match guarantee. If you find anything we sell for a lower price anywhere in the Bahamas, let us know about it. We will beat that price. We want your business. Shop at CBS Bahamas or cbsbahamas.com.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 95th Terrace, Centerville, and now located in the Lucaya Shopping Center of Freeport, Grand Bahama.
What does disability look like? In a busy airport terminal, at the check-in counter, at security checkpoints, or even in baggage claim? Passengers with hidden disabilities often go unnoticed. Globally, 1 in 7 persons have some form of a disability. 80% of those disabilities are non-visible. In an airport environment, workers are often unaware of hidden physical, mental, or neurological disabilities that some passengers live with. This can lead to frustration and a less than ideal travel experience. So, how do we make the invisible more visible? At LPIA, we've implemented the Sunflower Lanyard program. The lanyards are visual cues for airport workers to immediately identify passengers who might need additional assistance. NAD is teaming up with the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities and key stakeholders at LPIA to launch the internationally recognized initiative. We're joining more than 180 airports in 26 countries already in the program. NAD is the first organization in the Bahamas to recognize the Sunflower Initiative. It's a way to show our continued commitment to making LPIA a safe, welcoming, and inclusive airport for all. Passengers needing to secure a free Sunflower lanyard can email sunflower@nas.bs or call 1242-397-8600. For more information, visit www.nassauLPIA.com.
That's going to do it for the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. I'm Corval Pyfram, and again for Makushla. I hope you'll come back and see me at 11 for the late news. In the meantime, this hour continues next with the Bahamas Tonight. Access now. Enjoy your evening.
Sweet and spicy, marinated right, tossed with chili. Wow, wow. Garlic and ginger have many flavors, like honey barbecue.
Signature hot wings, turn up the heat for you. Those pepper wings, what's your flavor?
Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken, you know.
So many flavors to try. What's your flavor? Honey barbecue, sweet and spicy, all new.
Signature hot wings.
What's your flavor?
Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken, you know.
Those pepper wings.
Welcome to Cornet Bahamas, where love begins at the door. For the entire month of February, you can enjoy 25% off of our doors, flooring, and tiles. Because our love truly goes beyond the door. Whether you're building, renovating, or simply upgrading your space, we're here to guide you every step of the way. On behalf of Cornet Bahamas, I can't wait to help you find the perfect fit.
The second annual Governor General's Boys Retreat kicks off next week, welcoming 200 youngsters to a program of mentorship, leadership, and guidance. We'll share the details. Plus, a new group of autism specialists graduate, helping to bring more hope and understanding to the disorder. That's straight ahead. Also from Miss Fletcher with Love, a Valentine's Day concert you don't want to miss. Barris Hammond and Taurus O'Reilly back in Nassau. Stay close for that. And in sports, the GAAA championships take home their trophies. We got the winners all there.
Tonight, Access Now starts now.
Good evening on this Entertainment Friday. I'm Royston Jones, and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now. Now, with Marlena at the ZNS Conclave 2026 today, I'm flying solo. But before we get started, let me just say this. I like to earn my wins properly. So the rock, paper, scissors streak that remains very much alive. There's going to be no forfeits on my side, and we can cut that right there. Meanwhile, the world remains tuned into the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milan and Cortina, where athletes are proving that preparation and patience pay off on the biggest stage. While we look forward to seeing more Bahamian athletes at the Winter Olympics, we have to give a shout out to Karath Wright, who carried our flag into snowboarding arenas around the world. In fact, he made a push for qualification for the 2010 Winter Olympics, and while unsuccessful at the time, he represented the Bahamas proudly on the international stage. For now, let's dive right into the news. At a time when sturdy mentorship and leadership of our young men is crucial in our country, the second annual Governor General's Boys Retreat is gearing up to host a new cohort next week. Organizers of the Boys Retreat and Secretary to the Governor General, Jack Thompson, says the retreat serves as a national investment, helping to build resilience, strengthen character, and cultivate leadership skills and emotional intelligence in our young men.
So we're really excited about this year's conference. We're excited because we think the takeaway is going to be so great, and we are already anticipating a change among our young men.
And just in its second year, organizers say they've already seen an uptick in the number of young men entering the program. The program runs February 19th and 20th at the Miles E. Monroe Diplomatic Center. The youngsters will be mentored by members of the Royal Bahamas Police and Defense Forces, as well as leaders of several civic groups, NGOs, and government arms. And they all agree that the need for intervention for Bahamian young men has never been greater.
We experience a whole lot of gang activity. We've seen an uptick in that straight across the board. So in being a part of this committee, what I am personally hoping for is that these young men would actually latch on to the committee members that we have here, the NGOs that are represented across the board here, and actually have some type of relationship.
So I am just so happy for the team that we have here, who have a lot of wealth of experience, who will be able to pour into these young men. My biggest anticipation right now is the spiritual enrichment session, because I know we want these kids to be guided by God's principles, and just about everybody around this table, they have that.
Important work there. Meanwhile, the country is making stronger efforts to understand and meet the needs of those with developmental differences like autism. Some may say it's not enough, but the organization is doing their part to make a dent. Our Daniel Dean has the story tonight.
The demand heavy, but the laborers few. The University of the West Indies graduating a cohort of special educators Friday to help change this reality.
Through research, collaboration, and careful planning, we developed this program to serve parents, teachers, caregivers, and all those who wish to better understand autism spectrum disorders. Today we celebrate the first cohort, the pilot group, the guinea pigs.
The 6 new certified autism specialists say they're ready to bring hope, healing, and understanding to an issue that's long been misunderstood. President of the Council for Preschool Teachers, Agatha Archer, says today's graduation ceremony and the passing out of these professionals fill a void that's been neglected for far too long. The sad reality, she admits, is there are still unqualified and unequipped educators in special education classes that are not contributing to the growth of the children.
We have complaints where some schools take in, quote unquote, special needs children, from autistic, wherever, up the spectrum, and do not have trained personnel to take care of those children. We have had a case where a mother came to the school and met the child tied to a chair with a rope.
Developmental coach Carlton Pinder delivering the keynote address today and says as a child, he also experienced bouts of anxiety and displayed abnormal behaviors, occurrences that weren't properly addressed or assessed.
I was the boy walking with half a collar. My teacher thought it was a misbehavior. Other students thought it was strange. But what no one understood at the time was this: I was self-soothing.
Pinder says many autistic children and adults live life afraid, not because they lack the ability to exist as they are, but because the world tells them they're too much or not enough. But with a new group of trained specialists ready to work, they're hoping the narrative changes. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight Access Now, I'm Danielle Dean.
Programs like this are poised to help so many. Thanks so much, Danielle. Now, for timeless reggae love songs that have defined romantic moments for generations, Beres Hammond and Terrace Riley are sharing the stage this weekend at the Miss Fletcher with Love concert, a celebration of love and heartfelt tribute to the life and memory of Miss Fletcher, mother of the concert's promoter who passed away a year ago. Beres, who's no stranger to performing in the Bahamas, says every visit here is memorable and something he cherishes.
I always anticipate coming here. You know, whenever you call me, I always look forward to coming because there's some really warm people about here all the while. And I want to say thanks to them in advance for the show and them things for considering coming back again to see us. Awesome. Thank you all, man, and love you.
For Terrace Riley, the Bahamas holds a special place in his heart as well. Riley says the Bahamas feels like his second home, noting that his songs are drawn from his own experiences and the people around him, written for everyone to feel.
But I don't tell stories that are not real. So a lot of it is my experience, and then a lot of it is experience that I see people go through. So they're all real. It's not fiction business, and it's real. It's not, all of them is not my reality. But there, you know, a lot of these songs, things I see in the community, things I hear my friends go through, things I see people go through, things from the past, things, you know, I want to see. So it's a lot of reality. Yeah, man, all of it's reality. It's just not, everything is not just cut for me. Because it's not selfish music, you know. It's for everybody.
Now, gates open tomorrow at 7 p.m. and the Miss Fletcher with Love Valentine's concert promises to be a night to remember. Still to come, in Entertainment Friday, Shine 242 and Mama D are in the building. We'll find out what these two have been up to. And later in the show, they perform their hit song, Side Ting. And of course, Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean has your Access weather forecast. So, stay close.
Bang, ding. Ding bang ding, ding ding dong, bang bang bang, ding bang ding, ding bang ding, ding ding dong, bang bang bang, ding bang ding, bang bang, ding bang ding, ding ding dong, ding bang ding, ding ding dong.
You fall back in love with shopping when you shop the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Devon corned beef, 12 ounces, $2.29. Country Barn mayonnaise, 30 ounces, $3.69. Mahatma long grain or parboiled rice, 5 pounds, $4.89. Sweet mangoes, $1.79 each. Whole chicken wings, $1.69 per pound. Case price, $45.99. If you love to save while you shop, you need to stop and shop at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
It's time for your Access weather forecast, and we have a front boundary pushing through the northwest Bahamas. Will make its way into the central and southeastern Bahamas later on tonight, and that will usher in a nice little cool down. And then there's a second frontal system we expect in here on Monday. That one is anticipated to be a little stronger, so we'll see some cooler temperatures next week as well. Your boating forecast tonight in the northwestern islands, light and variable winds, flat seas, low tide takes place at 11:01 tonight. And then for the central and southeastern islands, we'll have a northeast flow at 10 to 15 15 knots. The wave heights 2 to 4 feet over the ocean. And on Saturday, in the northwestern parts of our country, the winds become easterly, picking up in speeds, 12 to 18 knots. So it's going to be a bit breezy tomorrow. Wave heights 3 to 6 feet. High tide takes place at 5:32 in the morning. The low tide at 12:02 in the afternoon. And for the central and southeastern isles on Saturday, northeast to east winds 15 to 20 knots. Wave heights 4 to 7 feet over the ocean. So we're asking small craft to exercise caution throughout the 700 islands tomorrow. And then as we go into Sunday in the northwestern parts of our country, those winds continue to increase. Southeast at 15 to 20 knots. The wave heights building 4 to 7 feet, maintaining that caution flag. High tide 6:14 in the morning. Low tide at 12:42 in the afternoon. And for the central and southeastern isles on Sunday, northeast to east 15 to 25 knots. Very rough seas, 5 to 8 feet over the ocean, and hence we're asking small craft to exercise extreme caution on Sunday in the central and southeastern Bahamas. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Lord, I stay with my family up the road there in Town, and everywhere I went, all the people were talking about the battle of the band. Oh, on the fire engine, run, tell them come quick. I could feel my temperature rising, never wait, we could scream like this. Lord, all over my body, from my head straight down to my feet. Ancient beat this fine corn, the good drum, and that's all, Lord.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update. Right.
We're prepared for the cooler weather, as always. Thanks so much, Basil. It's now time for Entertainment Friday, and we have guests who's no stranger to Access Now, Shine 242, and singer-songwriter and saxophonist, Mama D. Yes. Welcome to Access Now. It's good to have you both. Good to have you back.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Mama D, I want you to start by telling us who is the artist and talk about your musical journey and some of your background, please.
Okay, my name is Mama D, D'Andrea. I was doing music for about 8 years with the Royal Bahamas Defense Force Band.
Oh, wow.
I played the saxophone in the band, as well as I sang with the pop band, well, dance band, we call it. Yeah. From there, I was discovered by Mr. Les Turnquist and Ray and Bristol, Keep the Vibe Alive music group, and the rest is now history. So I've been an artist for about 4 years, and in the musical field for about 8.
Wow. Well, how would you describe your music for a first-time listener?
Well, it's raw Reagan's grave, relatable to every Bahamian.
Absolutely love that. Of course, you're no stranger. As I said, we talked about your musical background and history and what you've been doing in Christmas. How have things been since we last saw you?
Man,
listen, 2026 is going to be great. You know, this is a season now for a lot of artists to release music for the up-and-coming regatta season. So, it's been, you know, a lot of artists been putting in work. You know, Mama D been putting in work. I've been putting in work. You know, shout out to Keep the Vibe Alive, actually, for, you know, keeping the vibe alive.
Keeping this vibe alive.
Yeah.
And you have this new collaboration with the Side Ting. Talk to us about that, please. What's that about? Is it as it suggests with the name?
It's relatable for Bahamians.
Yeah, so Side Ting came about, you know, we always wanted to do a collab together, and I had asked her, like, you know, what topics we could talk about, you know. You know, Bahamians like controversy, so I just, you know, put pen to paper, and yeah, I came up with Side Ting.
Yes, he's the writer for Side Ting.
The writer for Side Ting.
Yes.
Of course, that's what you're going to be performing later on in the show
Most
tonight,
definitely.
which we're very much looking forward to.
Yeah.
But I also want to ask you, there's been a lot of conversation about representation of musicians and artists in the Bahamas. And as part of that conversation, I know you have a role in that, but I want to ask you, what do you think about that movement in terms of better representation for artists in the Bahamas?
Yeah, we do have the unions here that represent the artists here in the Bahamas. But, you know, of course, I always like to push policy. We absolutely need policies to protect the entertainers and the musicians of the Bahamas. A lot of things have changed in the world, and we still kind of behind.
Yes.
So we need to bring things up to date so now we could be more protected as creatives and artists here in and then the whole orange economy at wide.
Absolutely. I think that's so very important. I'm glad that work is continuing. Even though it might be in earnest, it's still happening in baby steps.
Yeah, yes,
Trying to get on that international level.
Yes.
Right. What would be your advice? You've been in the music industry now 4 years, but have a long history in music. What would be your advice to new musicians in terms of getting the most out of the industry and maybe protecting their works as well?
Listen to people who were there before you. Also do your own research, keep at it, and just keep going. Don't stop.
Don't
Even
stop.
though someone might tell you something negative, they might just be hating. You know, I have a song about that too. But
Love that.
nonetheless, just keep
Yes.
going. Stay focused. Stay steadfast.
You heard it here first, be persistent.
Be persistent.
Before your performance, which is coming up later on, I want to ask you if you had one song to play, considering tomorrow is Valentine's Day. So one love song to play, either locally or internationally, what would it be for you, Mama D?
It would be Sweet Jam by Mama D. Wow. My new release.
Love that.
Yes.
What about you, Shine?
Now that's a long list, but if one song, One Love.
One Love.
One Love.
Classic.
One Love.
Classic.
Bob Marley.
Classic. You can't beat that.
No.
I think for me it's going to be Turn Off the Lights by Teddy P.
Yeah.
Okay.
Classico, right?
You're getting straight to it.
Straight to the point. I want to thank you so much for joining us. Of course, we're going to have you back on the show.
Thank
And
you.
we're looking forward to new music and new collaborations, but wishing you all the best in 2026.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
It's time now to turn things over to ZNS Total Sports to see what's on tap.
Champions crowned in GSSA basketball action. Details of that story and more up ahead in sports.
We're BAF Financial.
We're BAF General and Health Insurance.
Welcome to the beautiful Cayman Islands.
Come on in to Cash and Go. Need technical support? We are BFG Services.
BAF Global. Global reach, local care.
Fuel the difference. Ruby's Ultra Tech in your car. Fill up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Spend less and go far. Fuel up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Get the most out every ride. Just watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel up with confidence in every mile. Get Ruby's Ultra Tech in your tank and drive with a smile. Watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel the difference with Ruby's Ultra Tech.
Good evening and welcome to sports on this Feel Good Friday. I'm Eugene Stewart. Well, Game 2s of the GSSA Basketball Championship getting underway yesterday from the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium for all 4 divisions. For the junior girls, the HO Lions look to tie things up in this series, being down 1-0 against the D.W. Davis Royals. D.W. Davis would go on an 11-7 lead to start the third and continue in the driver's seat, 19-12. In the fourth, it would be the Lions continuing their fight, but in the end, the Royals would go to the throne and take the Junior Girls Championship 39-20. For the junior boys, another battle between the D.W. Davis Royals and the H.O. Nash Lions. As for the Royals, they would make it 33-23 to end the first half. And this one, no doubt for the Royals, as they would now become the winningest team in the GSSA to take home championship number 9 by a final score of 60-37.
Well, it's been a long run over the years. God has been good. I know one day, eventually, this wave will subside, but as long as it is going, we're going to ride it.
For the senior girls defending champs, the C.I. Gibson Rattlers against the R.M. Bailey Pacers. The champs would cruise to an easy 22-6 lead at the end of the first half. And in the game-high 17-point game from MVP Brianna Farrington, the champs would take this trophy back to Marathon by a final score of 41-30. And in the final matchup of the night, it would be GSSA runner-ups, the C.I. Gibson Rattlers going against the R.M. Bailey Pacers. The Pacers going toe-to-toe with the Rattlers 14-13 at the end of the first and 33-32 at the end of the half. R.M. Bailey continuing to keep the pressure as things would get heated, resulting in a suspension of members of both teams, including head coach Kevin Johnson. C.I. Gibson obviously feeling the loss of their coach, resulting in R.M. Bailey pacing to tie this championship series 63-59.
I just felt like the officiating was kind of off-sided. That's my opinion. Nothing personal. I feel like the gentleman was riding my player, pushing him, and all I told the referee is call the foul. But at the end of the day, she threw me out because I was voicing my opinion. I wasn't being disrespectful. I was just saying call a foul. But at the end of the day, you know, basketball is basketball.
The final and decisive Game 3 continues at the Kendall Isaacs Gym, and we'll have details in tomorrow's Sportscast. Still in hoops action as the country gears up for the Hugh Campbell basketball tournament set to tip off next week. Our Charles Fisher has more details in this report.
The organizing committee of the Hugh Campbell basketball tournament going through their final walkthrough this morning to make sure the AFR League gym is in tip-top condition when they tip things off Monday right here with 24 teams. All games, including the playoffs, will be played at the AFR League gym with the championship Monday at the Kendall Isaacs. Here's a look at the pools. Pool 1, St. George's Jaguars, Charles W. Sanders, Greenville, Isbeth, C.I. Walker, and Jordan Prince William. Pool 2, C.I. Gibson, Tabernacle, Telius, Blazer Ely, Patrick J. Bethel, and C.B. Bethel. In Pool 3, St. John's, Agape, Gateway, Anatole, 8 Mile Rock, and CC Swinning. And rounding out Pool 4, R.M. Billy, Sunland, Queen's College, Westminster, Jack Haywood, and Government High.
While Hugh Campbell have its own rules and regulations, we want to adhere to our governing bodies. And of course, we still enforce some of those rules to avoid any kind of controversies. And of course, we want the coaches to adhere to our rules by sticking to the age limit and also the eligibility of being, the students must be in school by the 30th of September of that particular year they're playing.
For the Hugh Campbell tournament, we are under the GSSA Association. We do have some rules that are a bit different from them, but we do follow all of the rules, and whatever sanctions are given by the GSSA, we uphold them in the Hugh Campbell tournament.
That's Chairman Paul Adley and Principal Carmen Richards Miller on the rules. Miller also encouraging all to come out and support.
So if you're a community leader, if you're a constituency leader, you can bring your youths, just put them on the bus. We have midterm break is from Wednesday to the following Monday. And so that the students have something to do that's constructive, then you bring a bus full of students from your constituency, from your churches, and you can bring them to the gymnasium. There's clean fun here. They will be properly supervised. And so that is a great opportunity for students to see what other kids are doing in the country. And hopefully, if you're a junior person or a small child, you may aspire to one day play in the Hugh Campbell tournament.
Once again, tip-off Monday, AFR League Gym, the 42nd Hugh Campbell Basketball Tournament. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
And that's been your Feel Good Friday Sports. I'm Eugene Stewart. Enjoy your weekend.
Behind every strong economy is a bold entrepreneur, and we're here to support them, island by island. On Cat Island, we've helped 17 entrepreneurs turn their dreams into thriving businesses. Through over $360,000 in approved funding, the SBDC is strengthening Cat Island's economy by investing in its leading sectors: agriculture, fuel, and fishing. No matter the island, every business we support strengthens the economy. Starting with yours. SBDC Bahamas.
You're looking at the Royal Beach Club Paradise Island, that drone shot courtesy of our drone pilot, Kyson Miller. As always, thanks so much, Kyson. Time now for Family Island News. Let's go. Ministry of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, through its Romance and Celebrations Department, celebrated the return of Romance Week, which wraps up on Sunday, February 15th. Earlier this week, tourism officials announced the Bahamas Love Garden, a photo activation designed for couples to capture and experience love in full bloom at the Freeport Harbor Cruise Port. Visitors are invited to explore the Bahamas Love Garden, a photo and QR code activation that offers participants a chance to enter a romantic getaway giveaway, including a 4-day, 3-day night stay at Viva Fortuna. It's time now for your Entertainment Friday. Take it away, Shine 242 and Mama D.
on the night stay, y'all. See, every time I see you, I hesitate. Can't complicate the things between me and you. The energy we generate, there's no debate. He can't recreate the things that we've been through. We were young and wild, oh, we were free. Love burning hotter, 100 degrees. Now you're locked down for eternity. Husband with the mortgage, with you still for me. Cause he can really do it like I do. I gone from one to side thing. He can really do it like I do. I still could call you my thing.
Why we break up, only God one knows. You was my sweet charm, my style, my flow. When I catch myself, boy, you swing me. You was making time so you could be with she, but I'm the best, you know it's true. Held you down, baby, through and through. Our love never faded, it only grew. But now you with she, you're acting brand new. She can really do you like I do. You come from one to side things. She can never do you like I do. I still could call you my thing.
He can really do it like I do. I gone from one to side thing. He can really do it like I do. I still could call you my thing. Whoa. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Here we go.
You never thought I'd leave, I never thought that we'd be through. And we're together, it still feels like I cannot replace you. You never thought I'd leave, I never thought that we'd be through. And we're together, I can't believe that I don't even hate you.
Whoa. I gone from one to side thing. Ooh. I still could call you my thing.
She can never do you like I do.
Hey. I gone from one to side thing.
She can never do you like I do.
I still could call you my thing. He can really do it like I do. Hey. I gone from one to side thing. He can really do it like I do.
Oh yeah.
I still could call you my thing. Whoa. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Hey.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bahamas.
Happy Valentine's Day, Bahamas.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Such an awesome performance. Thank you so much for joining us on stage. Absolutely amazing. Gone from one to side thing. I know plenty of people tomorrow are going to have to be buying 2 sets of gifts. Your pocket's going to be real light. But that's going to do it for Access Now for tonight. We'll see you on the other side of the weekend and have a very safe and blessed weekend. Take care for now.
At Rusty Bethel Drive, I'm Paisol Forbes. This is ZNS.